Hi, this is Mike Campice, Vice President of Sales and Education at Conn Selmer. We're at Namm 2023 with Tom Lee Music, going through Bach Stradivarius trumpets today. A lot of great developments on the Bach trumpet side that we're excited to share with the Tom Lee family. We're going to start by going over the new iterations of the Bach Strad trumpets. So we now have a 170 line, a 180, and a 190 line of trumpets that are great for professional players. I want to start first off with the 170 trumpet. This is a great new entry-level pro instrument, and what you'll notice the difference between the 170 and our standard 180 are a few highlights of the features. First, on the 170 trumpet, you see a reverse lead pipe on the 170 compared to the 180, standard lead pipe there. In addition, the 170 has a two-piece bell. It's a gold brass bell, which adds a little more copper content to the bell, which creates a nice, warm, rich sound. In addition, on the 170 trumpet, you have a number 6 lead pipe, which creates great responsiveness, the number 6 reverse lead pipe. Great entry-level trumpet. We're very excited about this being added to the Bach Stradivarius line. Now, for all three lines, the 170s, 180s, and 90s, they've gone through new iterations of bracing and a lot of design and development. So even your 180S37 is now reinvigorated with a lot of these great innovations that you're seeing on all these great instruments. The 180S37 is your standard bell. It's a middle-of-the-road taper, which is great for jazz and classical. It has a new revised pinky ring for the player on the left hand. And in addition, the 190 in comparison to the 180, the 180 still has the bottom seam and the 190 has a side seam bell. So again, the 180 is still the workhorse model of the industry and a great trumpet option for everybody. Now there's two different new pieces to the Bach Strad line that have been added now. We have the new X series and the new V series. I'm going to start first with our V series trumpet. It's a Vindobona bore, which is historical in the Bach brand and has been around for many years. We've brought the Vindobona bore back to the forefront, and you'll see the dual bore where it steps from 462 to 459 through the trumpet. Creates a great feel of flexibility for the player, and overall just a great responsive horn. On this particular model, this is a 190-72V. It has a much slower taper to it and a little more open. The 72 has a little bit of a warmer sound, richer sound from the Strad series, and a great option in overall trumpet for players, as well as the number 44 lead pipe that you see on this. Has a great taper to it to create a lot of great responsiveness and a little more resistance for the player too, so they have a great feel with the instrument. Now the X series, as you'll see, and compared to the V series and the 180, biggest difference you'll see is it has one brace instead of the traditional two from a Bach design standpoint. In addition, on the 190, again, it has a side seam bell. So the seam, you can't see it under the silver plate, but the seam runs right along the side of the bell. Creates great overtones and sound for the player for the 190s. In addition, on the bell, what you'll see is a French bead, which is a slightly flatter bead compared to the round bead that you'll see on the 180s and 170s. Creates a nice crisp release, nice responsive sound in the bell, and just a very exciting option for Bach Strad players alike. Next, I'm going to take you over to what I feel is the best jazz trumpet that's come out in the marketplace in many years. On the 190 side, it has a 65 bell and a Vindobona bore. So we're going to come right around this way here. This trumpet is the new 190L65 with the gold brass bell. The 65 taper on the bell is a great taper and creates a nice rich sound. Jazz players are all really looking at this horn as something they want to have in their portfolio and be able to use. Jazz improvisers and jazz lead players alike. The Vindobona bore, as we saw on the other models, has that step bore here, 462 down to 459. The 65 bell that you see here also has a gold brass bell, which has a little more copper content added to it to create a nice rich sound. And one thing that we've done to all of our Stradivarius instruments is it has new beautiful engraving on it to really make the Vincent Bach signature pop. Gives it a really nice, elegant look. And finally, to wrap things up on the new products on the Bach Stradivarius trumpet side here at NAMM 2023, we have the new medium plus bore. With bore sizes on trumpets, a medium bore is typically known as a 452. This is a 456 bore trumpet, which creates a little more resistance to the player, a little more compact feel, and a great option. This is done on the 190 chassis, along, as you see, with the X series, so you have the one brace. You'll note the M plus on the valve casing, notating the 456 bore, the slightly smaller bore size, creating a different feel for the player. And again, the other features include the French bead on the bell. And also this has a standard 25 lead pipe, which is your middle of the road, great option for players as well on the 190 series. So again, the medium plus. So between the 170, the 180, and the 190 series, there are so many great options for trumpet players that we're very excited about. We're seeing a lot of activity in the jazz space as well as classical, and greatly appreciate the support of all the trumpet players worldwide.